What's up? What's up, everybody? We back around the water cooler as always. My name is Nick Frazier. I got Marcus Fitzpatrick. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we talking to coaches tonight. We talked to Coach Kurt Johnson last week. Tonight we talking to another coach. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all stick around because guess what? This is gonna be a good conversation, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all know what's coming up next. Eugene Asante. Introduce us, my guy. Let's go.
Boys and girls of all ages, you're tuned into the Water Cooler Talk podcast, the biggest podcast in the world. Yeah.
You are now tuned in to Water Cooler Talks, covering everything you love about college football, especially everything going down in the SEC Conference. So, if you love college football, you need to lock in. And now, your hosts, Nick Frazier and Marcus Fitzpatrick.
Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, man, we appreciate y'all so much for rocking with us here around the water cooler as always. My name is Nick Frazier, and the other person you hear him or see him, tell him who you are, boss man, and take it over.
Man, Marcus Fitzpatrick, let's go. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Marcus, what's on your mind tonight, man?
Man, we got a special guest in the building, man. It's one of my former teammates from Tuskegee University, man. Dog. Hey, this dude here, man, he a go-getter. I looked up to him, man. He never left the weight room, man. He was hurt sitting in the weight room one time. I'm like, man, what? He fussing at us, bro. I'm like, man, who is this guy, man? I'm a freshman, though, so I can't say nothing because he might beat me up. But, you know, I wanted to say something. But we're going to introduce my dude, man, Coach Phil, man.
What up, man? What up?
What's up?
Nice for having me up here, man. I appreciate the opportunity for being up here, man. My boy Fitz, man, Skeegee bound. My boy Nick. I appreciate you guys, though. Like he said, me and Marcus, we met up at Tuskegee his freshman year. I remember him coming up here. He was from the 4-6. And like 4-6, I know the 4-6, the Tuskegee, they got some dogs up here. So I always respected his grind. And like he was just hungry. Cause like if I'm not correct, I think he walked on. So like he was walking on at Tuskegee. So like usually walk-ons, like they dogs, like they hungry because like they trying to get a scholarship. They trying to get their school paid for it. I respected the grind because my best friend, Mark Hughes, he was a walk-on too. So I respect people who come in and come to Tuskegee as a walk-on and as a college football player, and like you don't have no money and you just got to get it. You got to grind. Like I came to practice and tried to practice just like that. Like I had to go get it, even though I was on scholarship and blessed to have that. But like the walk-ons, like they got treated badly, but still though they came to practice every day. And they came to practice ready to grind. Marcus was one of the ones though, for real. Like he came to ready to practice for real.
He know it.
Nah, man, I'm just glad to be here though, man.
Nah, man, we appreciate you so much, man. We appreciate you so much, man. Hey, Coach, just give us a little background about you, Coach. Tell us about where you from, how you ended up at Tuskegee, and things stuff of that nature. Just give us a little background about you, my guy.
All right. I'm originally from Birmingham, Alabama, but I moved to Marbury, Alabama around about my 6th to 7th grade year. Well, my dad, he ended up getting the church down that way, so we ended up from the city and moved to the country. I graduated in Marbury High School from 2008. I ended up getting a football scholarship to Tuskegee in 2008, and I played from 2008 all the way to 2013. When I graduated, and then I went undrafted with the Houston Texans. I went to rookie mini camp, OTAs and stuff like that, and then I got cut. Ended up leaving the NFL and then playing arena football in Minnesota. I played a year and a half there. In 2014 and 2015, I played in Iowa, played an AFL professionally in Iowa with the Barnstormers, and then I went to Brazil. I was in Brazil from like 2016 to 2017 playing overseas. So I was playing outdoor ball, but it was called the Euro League. Okay. So I was playing there from like 2016 to 2017, and then I moved back to the United States, and then I started coaching. I worked in the corporate world in Atlanta, but when I got back playing football, like I was still loving the game, and I still wanted to like be around like playing and like training young athletes to try to get them to the next level, like my brothers and my son. So I will always train them and like kids around the neighborhood. But my mom, she always like she told me like you seem like you're not happy in that corporate job. So like you seem like you want to coach. You should try coaching. And I ended up like taking a 2 weeks notice and like giving up my corporate job and went to go apply for some teaching jobs at high schools and stuff like that. And I worked in high school in Atlanta. Then I got the coaching job at Central Phoenix City,
Mhm.
and I got there. I was coaching there for like 2 years with Coach Patrick Nix.
Yes.
If you know Bo Nix, who played quarterback at Auburn, his dad is the head coach at Central Phoenix City. So he ended up giving me my first like real big time coaching job in high school, coaching the wide receivers there. We ended up going undefeated. Went to the state championship 2023. Won the state championship there. My first year there. Ended up leaving there that summer, getting a college coaching job this summer at Butler College in El Dorado, Kansas. So like I'm trying to build and trying to stack up because like my goal is to go to the next level, go to D1, coach at D1, or either be a offensive coordinator, either at D1 school or wide receiver coach at the D1 school, or either try to coach in the NFL. So like
That's
that's
what's
my
up.
main goal. But like that's what I'm doing right now. I'm coaching college, but I'm trying to like I said, I'm trying to build a network. I'm learning every day. Like I don't know it all. Like, but I'm new to the game. But like I
Hey,
said, I'm just trying to build a network with these coaches, as other coaches, the ones that know, the ones that been in the fire. So I'm just trying to take notes, learn and build relationships with these young players. Like I love the youth. I love to make sure that they try to get that blueprint because I made it to the NFL, but I didn't stay. So I want to make sure that they make it to the NFL and stay in the NFL and
mhm.
make it to that goal. Because like once you get cut from the NFL and you got to go right back to the crib,
Yeah.
it's a hard like depressing mentally for real for real. A lot of football players go through that because they train their whole life for something, and then like you end up like you make it all the way to the top. It's just like playing video games. Like you make it all the way to that last level, and then like you get beat, and you got to start all the way over, or you just got to start
Mhm.
all the way over. You don't know what else to
Mhm.
do, like because you got to start off from the ground up, because you've been playing football and training football your whole life. That's all you know.
Yeah.
And folks don't know like that really messes up their mental. So like I just try to get with the youth and just try to put some type of encouragement into them and like try to make sure that they have a type of mentor. Like I got like a nonprofit organization called Reach One Teach One. It's just something that I set up with the community. Try to build few football camps for the youth. I set up one back at my hometown, right when I got back from Arena Football League. But like I just said, it's just a free football camp just to bring other football players, NFL players, arena football players, just to help the other youth, train them and get ready for the college, next level for the NFL, arena football. It's football everywhere. So, and that's my background. So,
That's
Go
what's
ahead
up.
and put that out there, bro. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, man, you said you wanted to go to the next level, man. Your work is speaking numbers, man. Like when you was at Central, you had Cam Coleman, you had D Gentry, then you had D Upshaw, just went to
yeah.
Miami.
Yeah, them my boys though. Like they were like they was already 4 or 5 star players, like for real. Like they didn't need me to help them develop. All they needed me to was just to help polish what they had. Like
Okay.
you like really like that was God given talent with them boys. Like Cam Coleman, that boy is a dog workout machine. I just try to stay after practice and help him work him out or what I know, like catching jugs, working on your routes, just working on your hands, just stay in that weight room, staying and watching film on yourself or what you did in the practice and making sure that you correct your mistakes. Dylan Gentry, he a dog. Both of them gonna be some dogs for Auburn though. Like I'm really excited to see what they're gonna do at Auburn. And my upcoming wide receiver that I had, Dalen Upshaw, he gonna be an upcoming freshman this year at Miami. So he's a dog. He's one of the smartest players I ever coached though. Like for real, for real. Like he gonna turn some heads. Like a lot of people don't know who he is coming from Central Phoenix City and him being a 3 to 4 star. But like I said, he gonna his football IQ is gonna turn a lot of heads in Miami though. I'm really excited to see him play too as well. So and I got a lot more players that I coached all through all my years that's in college right now, like that's doing good, that's doing great. Like that's all I want to see. I want to see them doing great. That's it, and doing good, making it to the NFL. Like that's their goal. So like I try to push them, try to send them a little scripture, try to send them a word of encouragement every day, text them, and try to make sure that they have somebody in their corner because a lot of kids don't have that. So I just try to be there.
Even right now, bro, at Butler, you went from having one before you got there. They only had one receiver that went over 300 yards. Then you get two as soon as you walk in the door.
That's what I'm saying. Like, man, it's
you
just
doing something.
you just gotta work on the little things. Like that's how my dad taught me. And you see how I practice, like how I was at Tuskegee. Like I tried to go hard because I'm trying to get on the bus. And like nowadays, like that's the only thing.
Yeah,
Like,
he's trying to get the bus. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like you don't want to get left out behind the bus, like real talk. Because like once you get left out behind the bus, and like you're not gonna be playing on Saturday. Like the whole team
That's true.
leaves you. Like it's a reality. Like and you grinding throughout the whole week during practice just so you can try to get a spot on the bus. And like it's like that on every level. You got to do that in the NFL. Like they start off with 93 players, and then they got to cut that 93 players down to 53-man roster. It's just like that at college. They only take this amount of people on away games, and like if you're not on that active roster, that roster that they have, the depth chart, if you're not on that and you're not on the practice squad, you're not be able to go on the bus or doing special teams. You're gonna be messed up. So I try to stay on my player because you don't want to get left off that bus. That's the one thing you don't want to do.
I feel you on that. Got a question. When you first saw Cam Coleman, you walked into Central. I don't know if you knew that was the guy that you was gonna be coaching when you first got there. I don't know if they had told you about that or not. When you first walked in there, did you know that dude was gonna be a superstar?
Nah, I mean, like when I didn't know, like at first because I really wasn't big on I was watching high school at first a little bit, but when my brother graduated, I would just stop watching it. But like they when I was telling people that I got the interview and I went through the process of it, and they was telling me that I had some good wide receivers up there, and Central has always like produced some top wide receivers from Justin Ross to AJ but EJ Harris, EJ Harris, and a lot more other wide receivers. But when I walked in there and I seen him, man, his first day when I walked in on campus, like he was just incredible. Like I ain't never seen like a player like that at his age, like doing this, like the catches and like the runs and like him running his routes. Like he was a little raw running his routes, but like him catching, like he can make all the crazy catches. Like the way y'all see it, like he catching one hand, like he doing it at practice every day. Like it's crazy to me. Like when I seen him and like I knew like first day all rip. I told my first day when we had summer workouts. After we got done with workouts and I seen them what they did on the field. We did 707 and then we went down to the weight room. Man, when we did 707 and when he was running his routes and he caught a pass around there and he caught it one hand like this. Man, I told him after the practice, I told my brother Jacoby, I said, man, that boy gonna be the number one wide receiver coming out his senior year, like straight up. Like it's a debate with him and Jeremiah Smith. Like I'm biased. I'm biased because I coach against Cam and I see it. I seen it every day. But him and Jeremiah Smith is one of the ones. Jeremiah Smith is the dog, but Cam he up there with him too though. Like Cam is a dog. Like he gonna do some McRack. Like he gonna do some some like out of the ordinary things y'all gonna see this year. Cause like he's just humble and he humble too. Like he a 5-star. I seen him work from he was ranked 146 when he was coming in to his junior year, and then he went up and he was ranked to the number 2 wide receiver in the nation. So it was always like him and Jeremiah Smith 1A, 1B, or like he the number 2 or he number 1. So like I just think like the boy works and like I try to get with him, like I said, he a 5-star. He got that gift of God talent, but I just try to stay with him and start like make sure he level head and like try to work on the little things because he got it all. Like normally, if he just stay working and stay healthy and stay humble like how he is, because he not a big headed. He like just because he a 5-star, he don't act like it. He act like he a normal kid. Like he just come in, work every day. Weight room work, practice work, You ain't really I really ain't had to get on him. Like like he knew all the plays, all that. I'm talking about he knew every play, every position on the field. He can play the slot, he can play the outside. Like my Coach Nix called him a mini Calvin Johnson Jr. Like
Wow.
he plays just like Calvin Johnson. Like I'm not kidding you. Like
Wow.
my first my game that wowed me was when we played Auburn. Like it was like it was some like you see him out of the video game. He had 4 touchdowns for 9 catches for almost 300 yards. If he wouldn't have went out of bounds on a comeback, he would have had over 400 yards that game.
Wow.
And it was crazy. It was just like he was putting up stuff like and he did some things like it's crazy. Like Cam a special kid, man. Like he going first round, like NFL. Y'all gonna quote me on that. Like
Yeah.
straight up.
Yeah,
Straight up. He going,
I said when I first saw him play, I said if he was able to declare for the draft, I said then that I thought that he could have at least been a contributing. He could have went like the 28th, 29th, 30th pick overall in the first round. Could have went to a team like the Chiefs. And it would have contributed right then and there.
exactly, bro. Him, Jeremiah Smith, and I think Ryan Williams. Them the three players that I think that's ready right now to go to the NFL. That's what that's in my opinion out of that class because them three they dogs like they doing some stuff that I ain't never seen before at that age. And Cam Young, Ryan Young, Jeremiah Smith Young, like they still raw. They still got 3 more. They still got. Literally, they got 3 more years, but they still like they I know all 3 of them gonna leave at their 3rd year. So 2 more years after their 3rd year, they're gonna be gone. So but that Cam is, whoo, boy. I done seen some stuff in practices like y'all just wouldn't believe it. Like for real. I seen him call a dig route. I'm talking about he broke on the dig. I thought the DB was gonna come on and pick him and Red Morgan, the safety at Alabama. Well, play corner and safety at Alabama. They used to go at it at practice every day. SEC. Like I told him, like when I first got there, I was like, because he had committed to like they was talking about he was gonna probably commit to Clemson. When I got there, I'm like, man, y'all not no ACC players. Like y'all are SEC players. Like y'all gotta just like believe it in yourself and believe it. But like I know when I see it, I've seen a lot of football. When they come and when they run it, how they was running their 40s and how they were running their 110-1s and how they were running their shuttle. Like it was running like horses. I'm talking about him and Red. I'm talking about running 4.2s, 4.3s, like getting up out of there.
High school?
Like, in high school, I'm talking about getting it. Like I'm talking about you gonna see it. Red Morgan and Cam Coleman. Them top two. They used to go at it at practice though, for sure.
Man. So being around all that talent, man, like what was your message, man? Like how did you keep their head focused and out of everything that was around them, just keep their talent, just focus on the game?
Yeah, it was easy because it was just like talking to like me, like how like me being a coach and a teacher. I don't try to like me being like since I'm a teacher be high as mighty and all that stuff. Like I try to talk to them as a normal person. Like normal like teachers and other coaches be trying to like be mean to these kids. Like I try to like get into their lives and try to make sure that they have some positive in it. Like when I got there. Like they always made it to state championship. Like they always made it to the state championship, or they ended up making it to the state championship or the 4th round, and either end up getting beat by Auburn or end up getting beat by Thompson. And I always I told them I was like, man, when I got there, like I took them to this little wing spot called Wing City, and I got with all the little seniors. Like I got with them and just vibe with them and just talk with them and be like, man, like y'all from Phoenix City, man. It's a small town, like. Everybody's the hood. Everybody they stereotyping y'all. They calling y'all thugs. Y'all ain't no thugs. Y'all just black. Y'all just young black boys, young like minority white boys that's like want to just make it out. And y'all can make it out. Y'all just need somebody that's gonna believe in y'all. And y'all gonna have to first believe in y'allself. And I asked them, did they want to make a legacy and make history? That year when we went to the state championship, they came in and locked in. That whole football season, we went undefeated. We ain't lose no games. Like they was locked in. I told Cam when we were working out in the summer. I said, Cam, what's the goal? I told him, I said, man, you're gonna be the #1 wide receiver in the nation, and you're gonna have at least 15 to 18 touchdowns. That man had like at least 20 touchdowns at least almost 1,500 yards. And he was balling like he was balling for sure. Like
Mhm.
like them seniors came in locked in. I ain't never seen a group of kids that came in locked in, ready to play for real, for real. And Central brings in a lot of talent. And like I said, they couldn't get over that hump. The last state championship they had was 2018, I
Mhm.
think. Yeah, 2018 when they had. And then they had that banner up there. I was like, man, y'all got so much talent here in Phoenix City. Like y'all can beat Thompson, man. Just because they won that thing back to back to back, it don't mean nothing. Like y'all put y'all pants on just like how they put their pants on. Like we seen them on seven. We played Thompson on 707
Mhm.
during that summer.
Mhm.
Every time, every count we seen them, we'll play them in the championship game. Like we'll play Thompson in the championship game. Like we'll see them boys every time. We either get beat by them or we'll tie with them. We'll get beat by them in overtime or we'll tie with them. We didn't beat them that whole summer. When we played them in the state championship game at Bryant Dennis Stadium, where
Mhm.
we like them boys was locked in. But I love that. Like that was like my number one team. Like I love Central for sure.
Yep.
Like them boys right there, like they was locked in that whole year, and we won state championship. We won the state in Bryant Denny Stadium. Like that was just a dream right there for me. Like I visioned that. Like before I got this job, I was like, man, my goal is to win a state championship because I never like wanted my high school when I was in high school. I always made it to the third round or we made it to the second round to get beat. And like man, like it was just a wonderful feeling just to win it as a coach and just win it with that group of kids. Like they locked in, man. Like people be sleeping on Central Phoenix City. Like they got some athletes down there for sure.
Auburn Dad came in and said, "Man, welcome, coach." He said, "Thank you very much for Cam." That's what he said. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
man. Hey, y'all got a blessing. Y'all got a blessing down there for Cam. Cam love Auburn though for sure. I
Yeah.
even though I'm an Alabama fan, I wanted him to go to Alabama, but I know he gonna set a legacy down there at Alabama, I mean, at Auburn. So
Yeah,
I respect it, but it's
we're
still
gonna
road
get to
side.
your Alabama. We're gonna get to that side of you. What's up, C Hall? What's up, C Hall? What's
What's up?
up, hey?
What's up? What's going on? We just saying what's up to it, man. Alan Crook said, man, he said, never seen anything like. He said, I remember at Central when Browder would play the left side of the field by himself. That's what he's saying. Okay, then. All right. Okay, we got people that remember. We got people
Okay,
that remember. Okay,
That's
then.
crazy.
I'm pulling up. All right.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So, coach, I'm gonna ask you this question, man. Getting into the coaching ranks. Coaching is a very relationship type business.
Yeah.
It's all about who you know, majority of the time. What was that process like? Because I know in the state of Alabama, you have to be a teacher first before you're a coach in most situations.
Yeah.
So what was that process like? Two-part question. What was that process like interviewing for that job at Central? And then what was it like working with Patrick Nix, the head coach?
Okay. Like I said, when I had put my 2 weeks notice in for my job at when I was working in Atlanta, I was working in for a corporate job, but I was still coach at like high schools around in the Atlanta area. I coached at Campbell High School and then coached in another high school in called Marietta High School in Marietta, Georgia.
Yep.
But when I got done with that, I put in my resume at Central Phoenix City, Spain Park, Baker, and Vestavia Hills.
Okay.
The two people that offered me was Baker. They was the first one, and then Central. I
You
was
want to
gonna
come to
go with.
Mobile?
I was gonna go. I was gonna come to Mobile. I was this close to go come to
Hey,
Mobile before I
you
get
made
the
the right
offer.
decision, cuz.
Like, but
You made the right decision, cuz. You made
but
the right
like
decision, cuz.
I
Real
was gonna
talk.
come to. I ended up getting the. I ended up like taking the job at Central. The only reason why I took the job at Central because one, I respected Coach Nix. He gave me a chance on my first time like sending him my resume, and then two, it was close by my son and my mom. See, if I go all the way to Mobile, it's gonna be I had to come like all the way to Montgomery to go see my mom, and then I had to go all the way to Atlanta to see my son.
Yeah.
Central is all the way in the middle, so I could just go straight to Atlanta and then go all the way straight to Montgomery, and then
It's in the
like
work.
it's
Yep.
but it's close by. But like the interview process was it was intense at first, but it wasn't intense, but it was just like you applying for one of the top high school jobs in the state of Alabama, and you had to come with it. And Coach Nix is one of them ones like he wanted to go to high school coaches in high school, so and he know football. Like when I went to the interview, the first one I had a Zoom interview like how we doing right now.
Mhm.
We talked on the phone. We talked about football. He asked me about my background, just basically what y'all doing right now, and we just went over some things of what can I do at Central and stuff like that. And then he gave me a second interview to come up there with him and meet him face to face. That second interview, that's when I walked the facilities. I met the team, and like he was in the meeting with. He put me in a meeting with one of the offensive coordinators, which was crazy because the offensive coordinator for Central is Coach Kirby, my trusted Kirby. He was an offensive coordinator. He was my offensive coordinator at Tuskegee.
Really?
Yeah. So
Kirby.
like Coach Kirby was my offensive coordinator slash QB coach, wide receiver coach at Tuskegee.
Yeah.
So when I got there, it was cool when I seen him, and we chopped it up and talked it, and we watched film and watched they practice and stuff like that. And then I went back to Coach Nick's office, and then we talked about football. We got on the board, ran over, looked over formations, went over plays, went over like what type of practice schedule would be bringing towards the team, what type of drills will I be running for the players, and just making sure like what type of attitude I bring towards the team and working with the coaches. Like I said, I listened to him like the interview was like 2 hours. Like it probably one of the longest interviews I had for sure. But like it was worth it though because I really learned a lot from Coach Nick because he really gave me a chance when I asked for like even my friends who got coaching position, I asked them for like help because in this world with this coaching life, bro, you got to build relationships and coaches have to trust you, which I understand. But like I started out late in this coaching, like because I wanted to play football, so like I started out late with this coaching, and I really didn't get to build and had the chance to build network with coaches. But like when I played with them, I played under coaches, but I didn't ever get to work with coaches. So like I said, when I got with Coach Nick and he showed me the ropes. He hired me on the spot. That second interview hired me on. I got a teaching position working. First, I was doing the ISS, and then I started working a career tech, the career development with working economics, business economics under my degree, what I have at Tuskegee. And then, like I said, I just been like with the students coaching. But it was a nice experience at Central though. Like I wish I would have stayed. I had a chance to stay longer, but I felt like my time there was like a wrap because I already did what I wanted to do. Came set for to do was to win a state championship and try to build a network with the coaches and try to build a network with players too as well. But I loved my time there at Central though. Like I appreciate Coach Nix. He gave me opportunity. Like he's a guru in this offense. Like with football, like he knows it. Like he knows it. He eats, breathes. Like that's why the reason why Bo Nix plays the way how he plays because his daddy knows football like that. And I know for a fact that he probably they done coached him up like all day at the house. So, but I love Coach Nix.
All right, Coach. I got a question then.
Yeah.
Since you give Coach Nick so much praise, so say if this job at Auburn come open, you think he'll take it?
You said if a job open at Auburn University.
Yeah, you think he'll take it?
Like I like my opinion. I don't know if he want to coach college. I think like after this second year, I think after his second or third year, don't quote me on this though. But after his when his daughter graduate, I think he'll be done with high school football though. But I think it is gonna be in Alabama. He'd be done in Alabama. But I think once his daughter is done and she get ready to go to college, I think he's gonna move to Denver and be with his son Bo and be around him. And then he might get a coaching job at Denver though. Like you never know. But I like college. I don't think Coach Nick want to coach college.
And Nick,
Because me,
I seen your face
You
scrunch
talking
up
about crazy when I said,
when I said Auburn. No, the reason why I said it is because he played at Auburn.
yeah, I understand. I understand it.
And
I understand it. But like he like I said, I don't think he want to coach college. He coached it. He coached it when he first started out. He coached at Georgia Tech. He coached Calvin Johnson, Reggie Ball. He coached at Miami. He coached a lot of places. He coached at college before he went down to high school. So
I was just picking your brain on that one.
Okay. Which background of what, Jay Flowers? Let me know what you think. What you talking about? Background of what and mindset of what? Let us know. No, we need to know both. Okay. All right. Let elaborate on that a little bit more, Jay. All right. So you left Central, ended up, and now you're at Butler Community College in Kansas.
yeah.
What is the main difference? Because it is college football. What is the main difference between high school in college for those people who have not had the opportunity to actually be a part of a team like that, or have the opportunity to go to the next level and actually, at least for a year, couple weeks, whatever it was. What's the difference between being a part of the high school compared to the college ranks now as a coach? Because I think you just fully just dedicated to coaching at this point in time.
Yeah, it's just strictly coaching and it's recruiting. Like when I was in high school, I had to do lesson plans and teach and stuff like that. Well, now in college, it's just straight football, just strictly just football, recruiting, meetings, position meetings, weights, practices, getting ready for game days, making sure you got your itinerary for the whole week, making sure that the practice schedule is set up, making sure that you got your scout team cards ready, making sure that you recruiting too as well during the season, um, calling players that you try to get to come to your college, emailing them, texting them on Twitter, on IG, on Facebook. Well, it's a grind though, for real, especially in the junior college level. I don't know how it is at D1, but like junior college it's a grind because like you at the bottom of the barrel. It's like the players who didn't get a chance to make it to the D1 who got cut or who had a chance to come down to junior college and get a second chance. Like I said, that's why they call it second chance. You come down here, you got a bit. It's a business
Mhm.
because like once you come down here, like you got 6 months, 6 to 12 months to get right. Because if you don't make it here, you're not gonna make it nowhere else because this your last resort. You got to come in, get your film in. I try to make sure, like in high school, you got more time to develop them and
Yep.
make sure that they're ready on the field. But in college, like you got a week, like they got to learn that playbook in a week. Like they
Mhm.
have to know, like they
Yep.
have to know, they have to be on their stuff. Like they can't be making no mistakes. If not, we're gonna get them up. We're gonna ship them up out of here. Somebody else to come up in. It's simple as that. And like with the NIL deal, like I try to tell them, like man, y'all got to come in ready to work. It's a
Mhm.
job interview every day
Yep.
because you got chances to make it to the D1, and they give you NIL money getting paid to play college football. Like I wish I had that. Like I wish I had that motivation to when I was in college to go hard every day, and I get paid just
Real.
just for balling, playing football. What I love to do, like.
Mhm.
And these kids, sometimes these kids take it for granted. Sometimes these boys come up here and ball out. Like we had the number one defensive lineman, well, number one JUCO player in the nation at Butler. He played DN. He getting looks at everybody for real. But I think he end up might be going to Georgia though.
Okay. Okay.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, okay. Exclusive. Just
oh,
playing.
okay.
Exclusive.
All
Scoops.
right. Then we're gonna get to that Bama side, man. So you ain't foreign to the SEC. We know that. What teams do you think we should be on the lookout for in the SEC, man, from a coaching standpoint? Break it down for me.
All right, so like, even though I'm a Bama fan, I'm biased on that. But like the teams like that should be looking at, and it's like Florida. Florida's one of them. Like they pretty on the run. Like with their quarterback play, Lagway. I like how he is. I just got to see like how he gonna do with starting the first of the season, the first game. But he looked like a leader to me. So like they looking pretty good too. And Auburn. I like even though I'm a Bama fan, I like their wide receiver core because even though Cam is on the wide receiver core, but like they other wide receiver cores who they got some couple of wide receivers from the transfer portal that's pretty good. That's gonna be pretty decent. I just need to know how they quarterback play gonna be. If they got a
Mhm.
quarterback, if they got a quarterback, they got a shot because I know that defense gonna be coming for sure, for sure. And South Carolina, they gonna look nasty because that defensive line is crazy. That freshman who they had, he pretty good. And then that quarterback, he already had his first year getting his feet wet. But like I'm always go for Alabama though. Like I feel like we got a shot though. I feel like we got a shot all every year. But like this year, like I know that we got some players come. Like we got mostly like half the team coming back. And like with that quarterback play, that's gonna be it's up in the air. It's just like Auburn too. But like I got faith in Ty. Ty gonna get them boys right. But that defense for Bama is gonna be ready. Watch out for my boy Red Morgan, number 16. He gonna be coming though. I coached him at Central, so but like with the SEC, it's really up in the air though, for real, for real. Georgia, I mean, but like I said, it's really up in the air. Like LSU, I don't know. They quarterback, but my top teams that I see that's gonna be do some good is Florida, South Carolina, Bama, Auburn go sneak in there. Auburn gonna always sneak in there because they got a defense, but they gotta be ready. They just gotta be ready. I just hope they got a quarterback ready for my boy Cam. I need my boy to go over 1,000 yards. That's it.
All right.
Okay. All
Man.
right.
Okay.
We've been saying 1,000 now. Everybody been saying 1,000.
I need it for 1,000. I need it for 1,000.
All right.
I need it too.
Coach, I got a question for you. Coaching question. You're OC. You get ready to install the offense. First job as an OC. What offense are you wanting to? What offense are you going to install? Is it going to be a West Coast style? Is it going to be a RPO style? Is it going to be a pro style? Are we looking at something that's going to be a spread type offense? Are we looking at something that's going to be a two-back offense? Are we looking at 22 personnel? Are we looking at 11, 12, 10? Are we looking at 32 personnel? We haven't seen that in a while. We would have wishbone. I mean, what are we looking at, Coach? What would you do? What would you do?
See, man, they had me at OC. I'm a wide receiver, so I'm trying to put points on the board. So I'm running an RPO.
Okay.
That's the bread and butter for sure, for sure. I feel like that and the spread is gonna help out a lot on the run game. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have that RPO. I'm gonna have it spread it out. Start from the jump. I have one running back in the back. But then after that, after we keep on throwing it, and then we just gonna pound it towards the end. When I get towards the red zone, that's when I'm gonna start running it. But I'm throwing it because I like to score, and that's how it is now. They putting the game on the wide receivers, and I like that because
Okay.
like I said, I like to put points on the board. So I'm an offensive minded coach, so for sure. So I'm gonna bring it and bring I'm gonna bring 4 wide.
Okay.
I'm running verts, posts, all that. I'm gonna have some go getters out there that's gonna go get it though.
Okay.
I'm gonna have that for sure, for sure. And then my running back, he has to be able to come out the backfield and catch the ball.
Gotcha.
That's the number one thing. That's what they're doing in the NFL. If you just can't be a one-dimensional back, you gotta be like Saquon Barkley. So I'm looking at type of backs like that. I'm looking for stuff like that. I'm looking for wide receivers that's gonna go get it, that's gonna block too. Cause when we run outside or we run like an out route or something like that, I need a wide receiver that's gonna block and run the cornerback up out of there, run him up out of the club. That's what we used to say. I need a quarterback. I need a wide receiver that's gonna block when he know he not gonna get the ball. I need type of players like that. So
Okay.
but I'm an offensive minded coach, so I'm gonna run that RPO though. That's my bread and butter though. I studied that from Coach Nix. Coach Nix, that's all he run is RPO. And
RPO game.
I seen we didn't average 42 points. Well, when I was at Central, they didn't average 42 points with that offense. So
Okay.
I like it. So
All right, I'm gonna ask you this question. Build your perfect receiver. We're gonna go height. Well, let's go body type. Let's go hands. Let's go speed, and let's go IQ. The perfect receiver.
That's a crazy question right there. I like that.
you said height first. You said height, right?
No, not height. Just say body type. We're gonna go body type, hands, speed, IQ.
All right, you want me to go first? I go first. I take the pressure.
I want to go first.
I'm not building. I didn't play receiver, so I'm not good. So I'm good. I'm good.
You go first, Fitz.
All right, I say Megatron body type.
Okay.
Hands, Larry Fitzgerald.
Okay.
IQ, Hines Ward.
Speed.
Okay.
Randy Moss.
Okay. All
right. So body type, I got T.O.
Okay.
Terrell Owens. And then hands, I got Antonio Brown.
Okay.
IQ. Smart boy, smart. It's gonna be Jerry Rice. And then what else?
Speed.
Speed.
Yeah.
Speed. Tyreek Hill.
Ooh.
Boy, that's a hey, that's a bro. Come on, man. That's an
That's
ultimate
why I
wide
receiver
receiver
right
right
there.
there.
That's why I receiver right there. That's why I receiver. I would build one, but you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. All right,
Hey, Bill one.
let's
Bill
go.
one.
All right, I'm gonna go body type. I'm gonna go. Man, this one tough. Let me come back to that one. Let me go speed. Speed. I'm gonna go. Body type. DK Metcalf.
DK Metcalf, body
DK
type.
Metcalf. Body type.
Okay.
Hands. DeAndre Hopkins.
DeAndre Hopkins, ain't that boy don't drop nothing.
Don't drop nothing. IQ. I'm gonna go Larry Fitzgerald.
Larry Fitzgerald, he's smart
And
as hell.
then speed. Speed. I'm gonna go. Man.
Yeah, but he pulled one.
He
man.
did pick Tyreek. I don't want to pick Tyreek.
He
He picked
pulled
Tyreek. I ain't gonna pick Tyreek. Dang.
pulled.
Speed. I'm gonna go. I wanna go Torrey Holt.
Yeah, Torrey Holt was fast though, for sure.
That's what I want to go. I'm gonna go Torrey Holt speed.
He was fast though. He was fast. That's a good little football player flow.
I'm gonna go
DK
Torrey Holt.
Metcalf,
Yeah.
DeAndre Hopkins, Larry Fitzgerald, and Torrey Holt. That's 4 good wide receivers though, for sure.
I'm gonna go Torrey Holt. Greatest show on turf. That's what I'm gonna go with. That's what I'm
My
gonna go.
boy.
That's what's up.
All
That's
right,
what's
we've
up.
been asking you a lot of coach questions, man. Let's take it back to you being a player, man. What was you would say was give me? I say start in high school. Give me your most latest performance in high school.
All right, so in high school we played Catholic high school, Montgomery Catholic High School. My
Yeah.
senior year in high school, we played them, and we played them actually in Montgomery Catholic. My senior year in 2008, they my junior year they ended up they had beat us. That was our first time moving up to 4A. They beat us like. Man, they beat us like 44 to like 6. I was the only one that scored, but my senior year, we ended up beating them like 50 some 56 to like 6. I ended up like having like 4 touchdowns. I had
Mhm.
4 touchdowns, and it was up for like almost 200 some yards. I had like 198, but like I had like 8 catches. Man, I was balling like crazy and then I had played corner too. I had played corner that game, and I had a pick. I
Mhm.
had 4 touchdowns and a pick. I had got Friday Night Fever player of the week for that game.
USFA.
So like
Yeah.
yeah, Friday Night
That's-
Fever. Yeah, I was going crazy that night. That was the most littest game my high school career, high school, and then the most littest for my college is when we played Fort Valley. My red shirted sophomore year, I think
Mhm.
we was in Fort Valley, and we was down a touchdown. I think we was tied up. We was tied up the whole game, throughout the whole game. And then like my coach called a play called Maryland. And like that's when the outside receivers run verts and the inside receiver running 5-yard sit down.
Mm.
And it was like 12 sec- it was like 30 seconds left in the game, and like we had the score, so we ended up going to overtime. So the quarterback called the play, and I ran like a 48-yard goal, and he threw the ball in the end zone. I caught it in the back of the end zone, game winning touchdown.
That's
Caught that, like the whole stadium of Fort Valley was quiet. Like they ain't saying that. Like the whole stadium was quiet. Like I shut them up. Like that was like one of the loudest moments of my life in college. Like my college career. Like, that was like one of the littest moments. And like we came back to Tuskegee, we were partying and everything. Like that was one of my loudest like times in Tuskegee, in college. Like I had like that game. I had 8 catches for 140, and I had that game winning touchdown. So that was that college moment was lit. That high school moment was lit. And then I played in Brazil, and
Mhm.
we ended up winning. We ended up winning the Euro Cup in Brazil, and
Oh,
like that was like one of my proudest moments in Brazil. Like I ended up winning a gold medal in
Oh,
Brazil. So like
yeah.
it was a nice experience. Like we went 13-0, and we ended up beating a team out in Portugal. It was one of the top ranked school teams in the Euro League. But I just loved like playing ball up there and professionally. Like they paid me up there, pay me $5,000 a game to play up there, and then like they pay for your room and boards and stuff like that, and like you just play football. And like I taught English to the Brazilian students up there at the English school, so they paid me for that. Plus I had to pay. They paid me for play on the team, so it was pretty good experience though. Like I try to tell people who don't make it in the NFL, who get cut or who can't make it to the Arena Football League, man, they got leagues outside the country that they want Americans to come play. So you just got to ball and put out your tape and just brand yourself. Though that's what I tell.
Yeah, in this era, I was about to ask you this question. In this era of NIL, how important is the branding part for an athlete to get noticed by college coaches? How important is that? I mean, because I'm just gonna be honest with you. I mean, there are tens of thousands, 20, probably more than that, of high school kids that are trying to get noticed by college coaches. And I think the misconception is that a lot of kids are looking at these Division I schools, not knowing that they can go and play, Division II, Division III, even go JUCO route, and still, have a great career. And then in the end, later on in the career, they could probably, if they want to, transfer to a D1, if they do perform at that level. How important is branding right now for guys in high school, like even like sophomores in high school, juniors in high school, branding to get noticed by these coaches?
Yeah, I mean, like that branding is the number one thing because that's you, that's your business. Like you have to represent yourself. Like on social media, you got to have a clean social media page because these college coaches are looking at your social media pages every day. They think they don't know that we see that, but like they have a database in these college coaches offices. Like they can see your Facebook, your Twitter, your IG. Yeah, Snapchat if you got one, like they can see any type of social media. All they have to do is just type in your name, and like they can check their database. So like, watch what you post, like dress accordingly in these on these social media platforms, and just like be respectful, like be coachable. Like to get noticed, you got to go to these camps. Like they got D1 camps, they got D2's camps, they got mega camps. Like just go get your name out there and get known, and like make sure that you have film. Like you gotta have a huddle. Like you got your huddle film is like your resume. So like when you go to the job interviews, you got to take that with you. Like when you go to these camps, it's like a job interview, or when you go to these workouts, it's like a job interview. Bring that huddle film or bring that huddle link. Show it to the college coaches and try to get your name. But you have to come out there and be a baller. You got to be a dog. You got to be a dog. That's the only way that you're going to be able to get known by these college coaches. Because if you're not a 5-star or 4-star, they're not really looking at you right now because they looking at other 5-star and 4-stars, and they have the transfer portals who already have college players that's already ready to come play right now because the majority of the thing is to win right now. It's not like they these college coaches are getting paid and like they got to feed their family off winning, and they have to win. Like these universities want them to win right now, so like they don't have time to be playing with high schoolers who are not ready, and like sometimes if you're in a high school, if you're not a 3 or I mean if you're not a 4-star or 5-star, like if you're a 3-star or 2-star and you're not getting them looks like you need to, like the JUCO route is might be a good route for you to go for 2 years, build your tape up and showing them that you at a college level you're playing against people that play D1 level as well, like D1 level competition, but you just at a lower level school and you don't have like a lot of TV time and stuff like that, but you still get seen. You still gonna get your film out. You still gonna be playing against other college players. You just got to get seen. Like we got, like I said, we got the number one JUCO player in the nation, and like he got offers from Georgia. He didn't have none coming in JUCO like the first of the year. He had Georgia, Alabama, Auburn, LSU, uh, Tennessee, North Carolina, all of them. So man, you just gotta like that branding is the most important thing to selling yourself, man. You gotta sell yourself. And that's the number one thing if you want to be a successful college player.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Any last thing from you, Marcus, before we get up out of here?
Yeah, okay. We spoke on branding. I just wanted you to get into like who do you feel like is the biggest player coming up through the ranks right now, in your opinion, that you're working
High
with?
school. You said like you talking about like training wise or just like
Playing.
you talking about like freshmen coming in like as a freshman in college?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, like Dalen Upshaw, like he is the next one to come up, like for sure. Like coming out of high school and going to the college level. He already at the University of Miami. Like before I left Central, we would used to train like Sundays or Saturdays when he had his time off. But like I said, he's a very smart player, like on that field. Like he can play the slot, he can play the outside, like he can play both sides of the field. Like he's a very smart player. Like be on the lookout for him. Like he gonna be one of the top wide receivers at Miami, like Miami University. So be on the lookout for him. Like he's a great baller. Come out of Central Phoenix City. Like I said, Cam, of course, at Auburn, and then like I said, Dylan. He should be able to get some playing time as well. Red, he at Bama, and then I got a player at Cincinnati. He plays safety. Saints. Jaquan
Okay.
Saints, Jaquan
Yeah.
Saints, he played linebacker / safety, but like it's everywhere. Like it's some ballers everywhere. But like my little brother, he playing quarterback at Tuskegee. So
Yeah.
this gonna be his second year. So I'm gonna be on the lookout for him. So hopefully he can progress and get to the in that rotation and get on the bus. So
I'm talking
but
about right now.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Anybody at Butler you want to put on, man? Anybody you want to shout out at Butler right now who put in that work?
Man, like I said, man, my boy Nick Brown, he played wide receiver. Nolan, he played wide receiver. He getting looks at Virginia. Nick getting looks at South Carolina State. The DBs, that's at Butler. Wide receiver Dre Beasley, he getting some looks at some HBCUs. Like I said, I'm trying to get them boys out everywhere, like
I'm talking about.
D1, D2. Like I'm just trying to make sure like they can have a shot at the next level. So
That's
they
what's
getting
up.
paid everywhere. So
That is true. That is true.
That's true.
That is true too.
Facts.
Hey,
We
coach.
appreciate you coming on, man.
Yeah, coach. Let them know where they can find you at, coach.
yeah, you can find me on Instagram at Coach Phil 2. That's Coach Phil 2, or like I said, like mainly that's why I be at on Instagram, or you can email me at philander81@gmail.com if you have any questions or just want to send some huddle film and try to get your film out. Try to get contact with me if you have any questions or information to try to get on junior college. Just let me know.
Yes,
But I do appreciate y'all though, boy, man. I appreciate you, Marcus. Appreciate you, Nick.
Hey, man, no problem, man. We appreciate you. Thank you for giving
Yes,
us a little
sir.
bit of your time, man, and coming to sit around the water cooler with us and talking with us tonight, man. We appreciate you for that, man. Thank you so much, man. And to everybody that's watching, man, we appreciate y'all so much for rocking with us here around the water cooler. Jay Flowers, everybody that was in the chat, Auburn Dad, Tim, the tour, man, I'll tell you. 50 Cent was in the chat. What up, 50? How you feeling, coach? What's up, 50? How you feeling, my guy? Excuse me, the Huggy Beard, the legend of Sweet Sugar Bear Williams. What's going on, man? Hope you doing well, man. Everybody that was in the chat with us tonight, man, we thank y'all so much, man. My guy C Hall, what's up, man? Hope you doing well, man. We appreciate all y'all so much. That was around the water cooler with us tonight, man. As always, before we get up out of here, ladies and gentlemen, please, before you leave, make sure that you follow us on Facebook at the Water Cooler Talk Podcast. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at the Water Cooler Talk. Follow us on Twitter at CoolerSpot23. Follow us on Twitter at CoolerSpot23. And of course, subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification bell button here on YouTube so you know when we post more videos and when we go live, ladies and gentlemen, man. Marcus, what you got to say to people before we get up out of here, my guy?
Y'all be safe, man. See y'all tomorrow. Till then, man, y'all be safe.
Yeah, man. As always, before we get up out of here, man, y'all have a good one. Better yet, man, y'all have a great one. As always, make sure y'all give the man upstairs above his. Make sure you give the man upstairs above his. Give him all the praise and all the glory. He deserves it. And we appreciate y'all so much. Until tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, we'll be back around the water cooler, man. We appreciate y'all. Until then, one love. Ladies and gentlemen, guess what? We out this mug.
Boys and girls of all ages, you're tuned into the Water Cooler Talk Podcast, the biggest podcast in the world. Yeah. Boys and girls of all ages, you're tuned into the Water Cooler Talk Podcast, the biggest podcast in the world. Yeah.
Thanks for checking out this episode of Water Cooler Talks with your hosts, Nick Frazier and Marcus Fitzpatrick. Make sure you like and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform so that you never miss an episode.